watching Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Jones, here with you. Appreciate you joining us. And on today's program, we're going to be talking about the idea of trading Noah Fant with the recent draft selection of Elijah Arroyo. Does that mean that it is goodnight Vienna for Noah Fant in his time in Seattle? We'll discuss that possibility. Also, one of the newest members of the Seattle Seahawks, Jalen Milroe. What does his role look like in Seattle's offense? Is he a quarterback? Is he something else? We'll let Mike Macdonald explain and react to it coming up in just a bit. Before we get to any of that, folks, we want to give a warm welcome to the newest Seattle Seahawks, the 2025 draft class. I want to get 1,000 likes on today's video. Look, I've seen it firsthand myself here, folks. When the Seahawks get new players, their family and friends tend to see what the media has to say about them. So there's a very good chance that one of these draft picks, that somebody close to them is watching this show. They're very curious what I have to say and what the 12s are saying about the new members of their team. So if we can show them that we're rooting them on, that we're supporting them and wish them nothing but the best for their time in Seattle, that goes a long way. So go ahead and hit that like button, and let's get at least 1,000 likes for all the new members of the Seattle Seahawks. Do your part, and we'll get going here on today's show. Let's begin with Noah Fant. Noah Fant came to Seattle a few years ago, a part of the Russell Wilson trade. He was re-signed at the start of free agency last season, and now his time could be coming to an end with this Seahawks team after the recent draft selection of Elijah Arroyo in the second round. Not to mention, the Seahawks had a pretty decent rookie campaign from A.J. Barner as well in 2024. So what do the numbers look like here? In 2025, Fant has a cap hit of $13.41 million. And with that, he carries a dead money hit if he's moved, whether that be via trade or free agency, and it doesn't matter if it's pre or post June 1, either way, of $4.5 million. If he is moved, same thing. Doesn't matter if it's a trade or if it's free agency, pre or post June 1, there is a cap savings of close to $9 million, $8.91 million to be exact. And RotoWire put this out there this weekend on Noah Fant, and this is what they had to say. A 2019 first-round pick, Fant's career has never truly taken off. At his best marks for receiving were in 2020, when he posted a 62, 673, and 3 line, and he has scored just 1 touchdown over the past two seasons with the Seahawks. Thus, it's not surprising that the Seahawks addressed tight end early in the draft after also taking A.J. Barner in the 4th round last year. Arroyo may take some time to develop, but he looks like the Seahawks' long-term plan at the position. Here's the reality of this, folks. Noah Fant is going to be gone at some point. The question becomes, is it this offseason or is it next offseason potentially? And the question that John Schneider and Mike Macdonald have to be asking themselves, is he worth keeping right now? Are you better off with paying Noah Fant that cap hit of $13.41 million in playing him for this year, or are you better off moving him, trying to acquire something in a trade, or even releasing him and going with that cap savings of close to $9 million? Personally, if the decision is up to me, this is nothing against Noah Fant. It's not personal. It's just business. But I'm so confident in Elijah Arroyo, and I like what I saw from A.J. Barner, that I feel like you don't need Noah Fant. I don't believe that he is worth keeping just for 1 year at this point. I feel like you're better off if you can trade him and try to get something out of him and going with the youth movement at the tight end position going forward. But that's just me. How do you feel? Your chance to be the GM here on Seattle Seahawks Today. Should the Seahawks trade Noah Fant? You got 2 options. You can type T for trade, K for keep. Weigh in. Let us know in the comments section below. We have had a fantastic last few days here on the channels. We passed up 66,000 subscribers, and now we're getting close to 67,000 subscribers already. For the best Seahawks coverage you won't find anywhere else, you got to be subscribed to Seattle Seahawks Today. We're bringing you multiple videos a day, live shows each and every Monday and Wednesday, breaking news, Q-Day mailbags, and more. We are not slowing down throughout this offseason, folks. You got to be subscribed, and you got to turn on notifications. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV to subscribe now. You'll be glad you did. Jalen Milroe has made his way to Seattle, and we are certainly excited to see what he potentially can do for Seattle's offense. Mike Macdonald was asked in a press conference after drafting Jalen Milroe, all right, what's next? What are you going to do? What's your plans for the rookie quarterback, since you already have Sam Darnold? He's clearly your QB1. You got Drew Lock there. You did move on from Sam Howell. What does the role look like for Jalen Milroe at this point? And one of the possibilities that was thrown out there that people have been talking about, especially with Klint Kubiak and his prior history in New Orleans working with Taysom Hill, could Jalen Milroe be a Taysom Hill 2.0? Could that be what is asked of him in this Seattle offense? And Mike Macdonald sounds like, at least for now, he is saying no to that idea. Listen to this. Macdonald on Milroe's role, when answering the question about Hill, he said this: the way they used him was more of a tight end fullback hybrid role, sometimes taking snaps. Jalen is a quarterback through and through. He's going to be trained to play quarterback for us. While he's in there, he's going to be playing quarterback. But the athleticism is going to come to life when he's on the field. That's how he's going to help us. Now, while Macdonald may say that, this isn't going to shut people up by any means. I think the discussions are going to continue around Seahawks circles about Jalen Milroe and potentially carving out a role beyond the quarterback position. And the way I look at it is twofold. You can train Jalen Milroe to be a quarterback and develop him, but that doesn't mean you still can't use him in other capacities. Here's what I would like to see. I want him on the field in some way, shape, or form. I am not saying that he should be starting over Sam Darnold. I'm not saying that at all. Believe me. Let's go ahead and make that clear before you guys take that out of context. But with his athleticism, he's still too good not to be utilized. Whether it's in a wildcat package, short yardage, maybe you spread him out wide, whatever it may be. With that type of athleticism, I don't think it does you any favors by having him just sit on the sidelines and hold the clipboard. I want to find a way to still use him and get him off the field and take advantage of the athlete that he is. He can still be a quarterback and be your backup quarterback, but still find a way to utilize his strengths. I think you can find a happy medium here potentially. Now, let's ask you, should Jalen Milroe exclusively play the quarterback position, or should he be allowed to play other spots? What do you guys think? Type Y for yes, N for no. Should he exclusively play quarterback and nothing else? Weigh in the comments section and let us know. Speaking of Jalen Milroe, folks, you've been waiting for it. Rookie jerseys are on sale now at chatsports.com/Seahawks rookies. Whether you're looking for Gray Zabel, maybe it's Jalen Milroe or somebody else out there, we have their jerseys at chatsports.com/Seahawks rookies. Now, you may be seeing on your screen, Zabel's got the number 1 and Milroe's got the 00. I can tell you this right now, that they are not going to be wearing those numbers, but when you order a jersey, it will have their number when that's decided, and you will get that jersey of what their number is. So go ahead and start placing your orders now. These are going to be going quick at chatsports.com/Seahawks rookies is where you can get yours today. We also have other Seahawks jerseys for you at that same link. You can go get your Sam Darnold jersey, Cooper Kupp jersey, whatever it may be. Go check it out for yourself now. Chatsports.com/Seahawks rookies to get yours now. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. More from Mike Macdonald on Jalen Milroe's role. He said this: quarterbacks that extend the play are incredibly difficult to defend. The worst feeling in the world is if you play the first play of the play perfectly on defense, you defend it. All right, sweet, we did it. Then the guy still has the ball. You got to defend the next play. Sometimes the third play. He can kill you in the first play, the second play, the third play. It's not a fun existence to live constantly. He has that ability. Now, here's what I look at with this situation, all right, in a perfect world. Darnold is your starter, no question about it. Milroe can still be your backup, and you can still get him on the field in some specialty packages of sorts. I'll even put this out there, all right? If you want a bare minimum of what Seattle can do, why not short yardage? Why not a tush-push type package? And you're not having to use Sam Darnold and worry about him potentially getting hurt in that scenario. You bring in Milroe to step up and hold that down in that capacity. To me, that makes a ton of sense if you're Seattle to use him in that way. And that's just one of many examples of how he can be on the field but not take away from Sam Darnold, and you take advantage of Milroe's athleticism in that sense. You look at the QB depth chart, and this is what we're expecting it to look like. Sam Darnold, your QB1, Jalen Milroe, your QB2, Drew Lock, your QB3, and Jaron Hall, your QB4. Now, historically speaking, Seattle typically only keeps 2 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster. Will they keep Drew Lock around? That remains to be seen if they'll keep 3 or if he ends up asking for his release and goes somewhere else where he can be a QB2 on another team. Personally, I think it would be a crime not to use Jalen Milroe and find a way to get him involved in this offense. He's too talented. He has too much athleticism to not find a way for Klint Kubiak to get him involved with Sam Darnold still being your guy. Let's tell you more about Jalen Milroe. Played for Alabama from 2021 to 2024, was a 2-year starter, and it was a career full of peaks and valleys for Jalen Milroe, as just 2 years ago, he took Alabama to the college football playoff, but he was benched in that same season, came back to earn second-team All-SEC honors. Then this year, under new head coach Kalen DeBoer, after Nick Saban retired, it was a bit of a down year for him, but he still won the William V. Campbell Trophy. His passing statistics in 2024 were down from 23 touchdowns to 16 touchdowns. His interceptions nearly doubled from 6 to 11, and his completion percentage was down, but his passing yards were up. But here's what we're talking about of the athleticism on display. He is a hell of a runner, my friends, and this is what I'm talking about when it comes to a tush-push or a wildcat type package of sorts. 32 total touchdowns in the last 2 seasons with the Alabama Crimson Tide on the ground. That is elite running ability that he brings to the table. His scouting report, he can make big plays on the run. He's got dynamic arm talent. He's well built. He's got a sharp release. But because of the accuracy concerns, that's why he is not going to be a starting quarterback in this league anytime soon. He is far from a finished product. He's going to take some developing, but he's got the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this year's draft class. So, who should be QB2? Are you all in on Milroe, or should it still be Drew Lock? Weigh in, let us know. Type JM for Jalen Milroe. Type DL for Drew Lock. If you enjoyed today's show, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today.